Hello and welcome to the Carnegie Report for December 2015. My name is Gary Peer.
And I'm Leo Samuel.
And here we are. It is summer, Leo. Summer
That's
here
it.
and the time is right for selling real estate, listing real estate, and still a very active time of the year.
Very much so,
Plenty
Gary.
going on. We've just come off a very big weekend of auctions, Leo. We've sold 21 out of 25. That's an 84% clearance, so it is still a strong market. It started strong and it's been strong all year, hasn't it?
Definitely, and we're going up to the end of the year with a few twilight auctions next week or so, and looking forward to that. But
And this weekend, still a very busy book of auctions.
Very much so.
Plenty happening. What's news in the Carnegie market? Well, firstly, there's some news personally because this man's a father again. He's done it for the third time. Now, you're one of four boys, aren't you?
That's it.
And he's just had his third son. So those Samuels, they don't know about. They don't throw any females. There's just only males.
Yeah, all boys, three beautiful boys. Very lucky and fortunate.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Gary.
Mother in good shape.
Very
You're
much.
in good shape. You had a bit of sleep. Not too many bags under the eyes, which is good. Now, I've had some exciting things going on in the market. Let's talk about some of our results, perhaps, because this time last month, we did review some auctions. How about let's talk about how they went?
Yeah, the first one we will cover off on is the one at 11 at 9 Acacia Street in Carnegie.
Yes.
It was auctioned by Graham Callan. It was a large one-bedroom apartment. Two buyers going for that. Sold really well in the end. We were expecting interest around that early 3 mark, and we ended up selling it for $348,750, and well done to Graham Callan on that one.
Fantastic result. Moonya Road was a very competitive auction.
Yeah, Moonya Road, I conducted that one, and we had 3 bidders on the day.
What were we expecting?
We were expecting somewhere around that sort of early 7s. The price is actually undisclosed with this one, but I can say it just sold just marginally top of our range.
Nearham Road, there's another auction there. Tell us about that one. That was unit number 2 at 237 Nearham Road. And that one seemed to be very popular.
Yeah, we covered off a bit on that one in the last GP Carnegie report.
Yeah.
And also the price, unfortunately, is undisclosed there. But what I can tell you is we had 5 bidders on that one, Gary, and approximately $100,000 over reserve.
Interesting sale in North Road, Carnegie. Now, this one's not undisclosed, Leo. We can talk about this one. Judy Zhu was very involved in this. Take us through this one, because it was actually passed in an auction, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had Judy, who was handling the sale, had a couple of people coming into the auction who unfortunately didn't want to perform during the course of the auction.
They weren't just ready that day, perhaps. Is that more so?
Maybe so,
Yeah.
but look, they had the opportunity, passed in, and then it became a private sale at the vendor's reserve price.
And what was the vendor's reserve price?
$1,075,000.
Okay, well, that seems reasonable. Was it sold for $1,075,000?
No, Gary.
It wasn't. Couldn't get the price.
Yeah, the buyer had a bit of
Couldn't get the
competition.
price.
Could be a competition in the end, and then had to fight off another buy that came late in the mix. Didn't happen on auction day, but ended up paying $15,000 over the reserve. So sold for $1,090,000.
That's the sting of the tail. He couldn't get the price. He actually got more than the asking price, or I should say Judy did in this case. So that was an outstanding result in North Road. And an interesting one where you have an asking price of $1,075,000 and a vendor prepared to sell it, but 2 buyers wanting it at the same time actually ended up selling for more than the asking price. So that's an interesting scenario, sometimes an uncomfortable situation for us, but certainly a vendor who's absolutely delighted. A couple of other results to talk about.
Yeah, another one I want to cover off on was 5 at 11 Whitney Road in Bentley. George Fotopoulos from the office handled that sale. Another great outcome for our clients. It was a 2-bedroom apartment in Bentley. 2 buyers going for that, and it sold for $419,000.
Absolutely fantastic. Well done. Lillymill Road, another strong result there. You want to take us through that one?
Yes, Lillymill result was not too bad actually as well. It was a situation where, not like the North Road, but we didn't sell it on the day, but sold a few days later to a buyer that had interest throughout the campaign. But yeah, sometimes people can't get their finance sorted come auction day, but it was happily sold after that.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because, I mean, the auction's not always the be-all and end-all of the entire process, but sometimes it's the middle step, and sometimes people will come to the auction, may not be in a situation to actually be able to perform and buy, but within a few days, lo and behold, the deals get put together, don't they?
Sure.
Let's not waste any more time, Leo. Talk about our auction of the week, because it happens to be the property that we're in, which goes up on Saturday at 2:30 p.m. We are in Kangaroo Road in Murrumbeena, and I'm, to use a kangaroo term, jumping up and down with excitement on this one. Leo, take us through it.
Yeah, so 11:30 actually this Saturday, Gary, it's going up for auction, and just want to congratulate our developer clients, Blue Style Living, for their development here at 1 at 6 Kangaroo Murrumbeena. An amazing offering handled by Daniel Buston. We're very excited to bring this one to the marketplace.
Now, the builder's done a bit of work around here, haven't they? They're actually a well-known builder. They're building momentum. Tell us a bit about them.
Yeah, they've done a few projects around Mont Albert and Surrey Hills and some other residential bigger developments, but this one being 2 townhouses on the block, or town residence as we call it. The luxury fit out here is amazing. I love the floor plan. You've got to really inspect it to really appreciate what's on offer. But
a lot of light coming through, I'm noticing, right through the home too.
Yeah, definitely. The fit out here is just incredible. But you look at what freestanding homes go for north of 1.2, 1.3. The best entry point to Murrumbina outside of an apartment or a villa unit, these 1 of 2 on the block town residences is the way to go.
And what's the price range that we think they'll be interested in here?
Yeah, good question, Gary. We've had verbal indications around that sort of 1.1 mark, 1.150. But it's been perceived very well to the market so far.
I mean, you don't feel like you're in a development here. Is this just a home on its own, or is there one behind?
Yeah, so it's 2 on the block.
Okay, because I just pulled up the front. I saw a house that's got its own frontage. I haven't seen anything else. Yeah.
So there's one behind, but other than that, it's a large offering. It's got courtyards, 4-bedroom accommodation, 2 living zones. But like I said, you've really got to come in to appreciate what it's got to offer. But
who got the not the short straw, but the long straw, got to do the auction here? Who was the lucky one?
Philip Kingston got the gig in this one. Yeah, so leave us.
We missed out on the shelf. Never mind, that's a good one to be aware of. That one's coming up this weekend, so make sure you come to this auction because this is a beauty. We've got a few others to talk about as well, Leo. We've got some Twilight auction action. Take us through some of the other offerings still this year.
We've got to love those Twilight auctions, Gary. With only a few weeks left before Christmas, some vendors want to get in this side of the year as opposed to next year.
Absolutely.
Some people, and you know what? I can tell you that I love the auction atmosphere for the Twilight feeling. Too. It's there's not much, obviously, in direct competition like weekends.
Right. Yep.
But we always create a bit of a buzz and a bit of a point of difference with us on the side auctions as opposed to...
Take us through what some of those properties are.
So the one we got going auction first is 5 Boak Street in Carnegie.
That's a great home.
It's a fantastic home, that one. In relation to accommodation there, 5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Nikki Janover and Limor Herskovitz have the honour to sell on behalf of our client. If you're looking for a good family home of massive proportions with a swimming pool, this home's for you.
That pool's looking very tempting and sumptuous in summer, isn't it? So that one's going up when, Leo?
It goes to auction on Wednesday the 16th of December at 6:30 p.m.
Now that's not our last Twilight auction in Carnegie. We've got another one around the corner in Milton Street. Take us through that one, please.
So the day after, the Thursday the 17th of December at 6:30 p.m. as well, Glenn Bricker is the selling agent for one at 16 Milton Street in Carnegie off Nearham Road. I love those single level villas of house-sized proportions. I'd say outside of freestanding homes, they've seen the biggest amount of, the greatest amount of gain in capital appreciation the last year.
And they're not going anywhere but up by the looks of things at the moment, are they? They seem to keep... It's like a train that just keeps going forward, doesn't it?
Because you look how land content, how expensive it's been, but to buy something on a subdivided block, you just can't build it in relation to the build cost.
And that one goes up on Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Thursday week that would be, and that's a great opportunity. And Glenn and Philip again. That rascal got the bid, got the opportunity, got the gig, I should say, to take the bids on that particular auction, our last for the year, if I'm not mistaken. But certainly there is a lot already coming through for next year. So if you think of selling in February or March, it is not too early to be talking to us. In fact, we have a very fine array and selection of homes coming up. So call us about those if you're looking to buy as well. There's a couple that got left over that haven't sold yet. Tell us about those because there's some really good opportunities out there.
Sure. The first one we'll cover off on is the block of flats in Frogmore Road.
That's a beautiful property.
We didn't sell it on auction day, but it's priced to sell now at $3.2 million, returning $144,300 per annum.
Great return.
Good return. Great hold for an investor buyer, and they've been subdivided already. Whether you want to buy it as a whole and then sell them off as individual allotments. But personally, I would buy it if for super funds. I'm a bit young to invest in my super money, Gary, but a fantastic hold out there for someone.
What else have we got that's a little bit more affordable, perhaps?
Sure. So if you're looking on a smaller note, we've got one that Daniel's handling. We passed it in a couple of weeks ago. That was 8 at 17 Shepperson Avenue in Carnegie on the corner of Nearham Road in a new development.
Now, which Daniel's that? We've got two. We've got
two.
We'll talk about that in a minute, but go on.
Daniel Buston. We've got a 2-bedroom, which is private sale for $415,000. If you're a bit sort of wary about buying something off the plan and you want to touch and feel a property, this one, private sale for $415,000, a good 2-bedroom apartment. We managed it for our clients previously. But yeah, first home buyers or investors get onto that one.
Anything else left over, or everything else is pretty cleared? Or
Yeah, just a smaller one-bedroom apartment, meaning smaller that from a budget point of view. We've got one at 3 at 10 Ormond Road in Ormond, an affordable entry for a buyer.
How much will buy that?
285,000, one
cheap.
bedroom
That's
with a
good value,
car park,
isn't it?
separate kitchen.
That's
rented
great,
at the moment.
So that's a good entry point into the market, isn't it? And that's about all we've got, because everything else is sold. So we don't have many private sales, because often private sales are the auctions that don't sell. And we've got a very strong and high clearance rate. So that's the reason for not much on offer, we're afraid. But there is some stuff next year, and there is some stuff that's actually listed for private sale with our agency that you can come and have a look at as well. Now, before we go, we seem to be a place that's attracting people to come and work for, the Carnegie office, and I'm not surprised. It's a very exciting office. There's a lot happening there. We've got some wonderful people, and we've got a number of new people have started. We've got a few people from the old Bigger Than Scott office that stayed. Well, they all stayed, and thankfully, because they're all terrific people. And we've got a new team in there, but we've got a couple of people that have returned back. One of those people we talked about a bit earlier was Daniel Buston, who was part of the Gary Peer company family, and went for a while to another agency.
Was my old assistant years ago,
that's right,
and he did a stint elsewhere,
and he's back.
After a few years, he's back, and he's doing amazing, and great guy too, Daniel.
And welcome home, Daniel Buston, but also welcome back home, Daniel Reese. And he's a fellow who's been with us for many years, a terrific agency. Also took a little break, had a look at the paddock, so thought the grass might have been a bit greener, but decided that it was brown on both sides of the fence, so came back to our side of the fence, thankfully, and it's great to have Daniel.
Yeah, welcome back, Daniel.
So welcome back, Daniel. He's already made his mark, doing some incredible deals already, and he's a delightful guy, an experienced operator, and I think he still actually holds the title of having sold the highest priced property at Gary Peer & Associates. So he's a very versatile and successful agent and delightful guy. So if you're looking for Daniel Rees, you'll find him back home at Gary Peer Carnegie. So plenty happening, big year, big month, and exciting plans ahead. And for you, well, what can I say? Big family. So you've got a pair and three of a kind. That makes a full house, if I'm not mistaken. So the Samuel boys are in town, and we fast forward maybe 20 years, we'll have three more Samuels in the business. That'll make it 5. So plenty of Samuel action, and plenty of action in Carnegie and surrounds. An exciting organisation. So well done. On a great year, Leo. And we're looking forward to, we are actually working through the break, so whilst we're signing off and we won't have our next edition until February next year, there's plenty going on, I can tell you, at Gary Peer & Associates, and still a big team on hand to help you right through the break and into the new year.
Yeah, feel free to, we're on hand anytime, so please feel free to contact myself or the consultants at the office for, sort of buying in 2016 plans from the selling front. But yeah, as you're leading into Gary, expect big things out of our Carnegie office next to Carnegie train station with our new fit out and Phillips budget every time I speak to him, and the blowout there. Getting a bit worried, Gary.
He knows how to spend that, man, but he does give you a good result at the end. So Philip is organising the renovations of the office, and it's going to look great, so watch that space as well. And also just for property management, we're certainly available to look after.
It's our busy time in January.
It's a busy time, and we've got some wonderful people doing an awesome job. So if you've got something you want to rent out, or if you're looking to rent something, come and see us. It would be our pleasure to help you out. In the meantime, we want to wish everybody season's greetings, a very happy and safe end to 2015, and a big 2016 to all of our viewers. Thanks for tuning in to the Carnegie Report. We look forward to seeing you in the new year, keeping you informed as to what's happening in Carnegie and surrounds as we sign off for 2015. I'm Gary Peer.
And I'm Leo Samuel.
Bye now.